Hello guys, welcome back to Sid on Sports. Sorry for the long delay. When I said last video about talking about the Juventus game, I guess I meant over the two legs. It was all part of the plan. Not really, sorry guys, I appreciate the wait. And yeah, it's been quite a hectic few months, in a good way for once, to some extent. After the last match I reviewed, which was against Chelsea, a lot has happened. A lot of things have happened since then. Before that, Mourinho was set to be long gone, but I guess he just proves everyone wrong, eh? If he's gonna leave, I think he'll be by the end of the season. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, like, if he was to leave, it would be by the end of the season. Mourinho is now in a new situation. He has to adapt to almost being a long-term, well, more long-term as he's been in other clubs. This is his third season, and he's going to be aiming. He's definitely wants in his head to stay here for a long time and have persistent success. And yeah, and it's very interesting, isn't it? Because first season, of course, always a dip after the second season. The second season was supposed to be the highest for Manchester United. Last season, we were this close. We were barely close to Man City, but we still came second. Mourinho's second season uplift was apparent, but Man City were just too good. And we just didn't have the right players for it, I'm going to be honest. And specifically at the defence I'm looking at. However, there are a lot of positives to come from previous games, both in attack, midfield and defence. So let's just get on with it. So after that Chelsea game, we had Juventus. I think, at least. We had the first leg of Juventus, and let's just talk about that quick time. 1-0 for them. Dybala with the goal. That more came with lack of marking more than their actual skill. It was an easy goal that we gave away. Through wide. I think it was Alexandro maybe, or the right back. Who's the right back again? Cancelo. Passes it to Dybala. Easy tap in for Dybala. After that, wasn't really anything to worry about for Juventus. They were playing as if very comfortable. They weren't fazed by the Old Trafford crowd. Ronaldo didn't have the best of games. He was kind of invisible. They said that one chance that De Gea super saved. It's just a given now, isn't it? You know what I mean? When he does the simple saves, everyone's amazed. When he does the amazing saves, everyone's amazed. De Gea is just standard, isn't he? He's the standard that everyone should be every goalkeeper should be looking forward to. You know what I mean? It's Manchester United. We weren't crap in the game. It's not like we didn't bother. It's not like we didn't care. It's just that we just didn't look like we were going to do anything. You know what I mean? And that's a problem when it's like at home at the Champions League, Manchester United, the biggest club in the world. Surely that shouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? But it wasn't the end of the world. Loads of people overreacting. And I could sort of agree with that point. And Mourinho, he was still at the depths of, just not really fully going back to his old peak Mourinho ways. That was until the second leg, of course. But in between those games, well, actually no, Lindelof's form. Let's talk about Lindelof. He was good in that Juventus game, that first Juventus game, even though he still was partly at fault for the first goal. Well, the only goal they scored, Dybala scored. But ever since then, he's been brilliant. And, well, ever since that game, he was brilliant for the rest of it. And in subsequent games after, he has been really stepping up. And he's really showing what he was bought in the first place. And I'd really like him to be a long-term defender for us. And a good one at that. He's really stood out. Against small teams, big teams, any team, he'll do it for you, I think, so far. Don't want to jinx it, obviously, but what can you do? My nose again, it's pissed me off. Smalling, does he piss me off? I just don't trust him, you know what I mean? Smalling, you're a great player. You've been a servant to us. He can score the odd goal with his height and his persistence. Especially during comebacks and everything, but as a defender, I don't see him being that defender that can get all the way to the Champions League final or all the way to the Premier League title again. He had Sir Alex Ferguson all the way back, God knows when, 2013, 2012 when he won it. But Alex Ferguson can make any player look good, let's be honest. I'm not saying Mourinho can't, but maybe not as much as other managers right now. But right now, Martial's on form. Martial, as I said in my last video, give him a run of games, he'll perform, and he's just done exactly that. I think 5 games, 5 goals. Nothing more to say. He's really earned his place back in the France spot and in the Manchester United spot. He should have never got taken away from that spot from Manchester United. I think there's a crap statistic that this will be the first time that Martial started like 6 successive games like under Mourinho, which is kind of mental considering his impact before Mourinho came in. Mourinho just didn't like that kind of player. We could tell. He's done it before, but I think he's realised now at the state Manchester United is in, the situation he's now in, third season, he wants to go on for a long time. He's realised Martial is the real deal. He will get him the wins. He's the one who will be clinical enough to take the chances, even if there are not many chances. And we have to admit, Manchester United, we don't create not enough chances. For Mourinho, his idea of dominating a game is not by attacking. His idea of dominating is stifling the opposition to the extent that they can capitalise. And it worked against Juventus in the second leg. But once again, I keep on going back to that game because that was just so recently and I'm so buzzed off that result. It's ridiculous. Bournemouth come back. Was it after that? Yeah, Bournemouth come back. Yeah, Bournemouth were all over us, but the quality of their finishing wasn't as good. It's just the same game pretty much. Second half FC, I've been called, you know what I mean? And against Man City, you can't do that, but I'll preview that at the end of the game, at the end of the match, at the end of the video. Oh my god, I'm rusty. Sorry guys. Yeah, but we were on a run of successive games. We went to Turin. It was going to be an uphill battle. Nobody expected us to get a proper result, but we did the impossible. And after Ronaldo scored that world class finish, wow, it's one of those goals that you see. Great goal by Ronaldo. But then when you look back, you realise the skill at what that entailed. First touch, near post to hair, no chance he could save that. Bonucci's ball in was very good as well. Oh my god. It just didn't see there was any hope for us until Marouane Fellaini and Juan Mata came in. Juan Mata start him at centre midfield, centre attacking midfielder. And I'm glad loads of people on the social media are now seeing Mata as like an underrated player and he should be playing every game. I know he's older, but he's the glue that sticks all these pacey players together. I've probably said this in my last video, I probably haven't, I don't know. But yeah, he scores that brilliant free kick. I was just so gassed. I was like, Mata just knows how to score free kicks. Better than Ronaldo free kicks? Hey. Ronaldo's flexing celebration, man, that wound me up a bit, but that was a typical Ronaldo celebration. He's been away from Manchester United for so long. I'm not that salty about it. Loads of fans were salty, and they were taking the piss out of Ronaldo after the course of the results, but I don't see the point in that. You know what I mean? It's just, he's a great player who will be considered one of the greatest of all time. He did seem quite mad when we won, but I guess we did the ultimate shithousing, as you will. Mata free kick and then the own goal off Alexandros. I think Pogba dabbed before he went in, or maybe that was just I don't know. That's so funny. That's really funny. Maybe I wonder if Pogba is literally like the power of the dab just helps him. Like it's like that's a custom before the game. Every game he just dabs constantly to give him good luck. Probably, let's be honest. Ashley Young's cross came in and stuff. Ashley Young dealt with the Juventus onslaught reasonably well. I still want a new left back, right back. Not left back because Shaw's got that lock. Right back. We need a new right back, of course. Like a proper, 24-year-old, 23-year-old. One that'll be staying on for a long time. We've got Dalot, but he's injured right now. And he's very, very, very young. So, 19 years old. He's still got room to grow. He doesn't have to be in the first team just yet. But I wouldn't mind Dalot going in instead of Young. But, of course, Young is a good player. I always respect the guy. But he's not what we need to win the Champions League, to win the Premier League for a sustained period of time, as I've said about Smalling. Martial was a very good influence during that game as well. He didn't score. I don't think he assisted. Did he assist? I don't know. But then again, he was causing problems all from the very beginning against Juventus. The first 20 minutes against Juventus, second leg in Turin, we were very good. We were very, very good. Not very, very good, but we were in the game at least. And they were fouling Martial every single time because they know. You see, every time you see a player getting constantly fouled, that's when you know they're one of the best players in the team. And he's our Eden Hazard. Loads of people are saying that now, and I always knew this from the beginning. It's just that Mourinho never gave him a chance, which is one. If I had one bad thing to say about Mourinho, is that's my main issue: the treatment of Anthony Martial. I feel sorry for him for not making the World Cup squad, but now he's back in the France squad as he should be. Martial, he never smiles that often, but the only time he smiles is when he gets what he needs. He gets what he desires. He gets what he injects into us. Goals and finesse. Bloody hell. What's the time? How long have I been recording? 10 minutes. Wow, that's flown by. Lukaku, of course, is out for Man City game, and in the back of my head, it's like maybe it's better off without Lukaku. Lukaku's got talent, and if he can come on in the next couple of games and go on form, that's be brilliant. I'm not going to be slating him and be like, oh no, he shouldn't be starting. Lukaku can do it. He has got pace himself. I've seen it for himself. He's just not having the best of patches. He's having a really bad patch, but I think the social media are just really going a bit too far. I think they've been just waiting for it. It's like they've been waiting for him to fail, you know what I mean? But Lukaku, he's a resilient guy. He's been through a lot in his childhood. He came from a poorer background. Watch his interview about the one where he said that he saw his mum put water in his milk, but he didn't care. I respect the guy a lot, and I really want him to do well at this club, without the expense of other players. It's always lovely to have a dream team of all your players you want to be in your team, but sometimes you have to be left out. But of course, in this case, he can't come in anyway. But he needed the rest. Hopefully, he can come back and be the striker we need. But do we need him? Because we've got Martial, we've got Rashford, we've got Mata, we've got Lingard back now. That's good to see. Lingard's very good back. And him with his Instagram post, him comparing himself to Ronaldo. That was funny, man. The flexing thing. I'm not going to reveal my apps. It's too much. What else? Rashford made it 3-1. Unfortunately, he didn't score. A lot of people are criticising him. Oh, Rashford should be scoring 1-on-1s. But remember, you still forget he's like 20, 21 years old. Like, he's still very young, and I don't want to say this is an excuse. And I do agree with you to some extent that Rashford has the ability to go that further, even in this young age. We've seen it before. We can see it again. Just keep on playing Rashford, keep on playing Martial, keep on playing Mata. That's all we need, and have a better right back. But the centre back, at least Mourinho's kept with the same back line, which helps with the defence, even though the players might be what I want. You know what I mean? But Lindelof's good. Shaw's very good. Smalling's alright at times. Young's alright at times, but it's just them two, you know what I mean? Liverpool lost to. Ooh, unlucky Liverpool. Unlucky. Speaking of derbies, speaking of rivalries, we've got Man City next. And that's going to be an uphill battle, and loads of players have said that, of course. Loads of pundits have said that. It's going to be an uphill battle, even though we won. And BBC Sport are so quick to be like, oh, just because it's a monumental win doesn't mean it's not going to help them against Man City. Literally, like, an article came up like a couple of hours later after that win. It's like so. BBC Sport are actually like, chill out, Man City are going to be fine. Basic agendas. I don't know. But I have confidence United we can win. It won't be pretty, I think. I think it will just be counter-attack. Counter-attack. It'll be classic counter-attack football or fluky, or not fluky like the ultimate shithousing. But I could see Man City killing us. Not killing us, like going past us if we're not careful. If we just wait for the opposition to score, because that seems to really spur us on all the time, which is kind of sad a bit. But as long as we get a result, it's alright. This could really blow up the title race to some extent. If we win, we'll go up a bit, and we'll send also a statement in the psychological minds of not just top clubs, but the top 6, but also small clubs that, no, we can do this. We can be the champions. We can do anything. We're Manchester United. You should be scared of us. And of course, these days, I think clubs are not scared of us anymore. They're willing. They can see the weaknesses, and they know they can exploit them. And we've seen it a couple of times this season already. But we seem to get a run of results, which is very good. Champions League group, not secure just yet. Of course, when Juventus scored, I was scared that Valencia would have taken over us. Look, just take our place to second place, and it will be a kind of a shady finish at the end. You know what I mean? Just always thinking about the worst possible future. Like, oh, we're out of the Champions League first group stage. We're out of the League Cup already. We're all screwed. But no, it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. That's the motto of this club, isn't it? So far. But let's just start, man. Let's just try and the players fighting for the club, even if they're not doing as well as they should. Let's hope they do the same thing against City, and if they do that, if they try their hardest, if they put the fight in, if they don't give up, we can beat Man City. We can do anything. But it's all in their heads, and it's all in their minds. It's all up to Mourinho to pull it off. Hopefully Mourinho can get to top 4 and maybe even get back in the title race, because it's only 11 games in. Forget, by Christmas it's gonna be a mad thing. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens at Christmas. This league, this season seems to be really competitive, unlike the previous seasons. And so yeah, 15 minutes has been a good chat. Look disinterested. Wow, football, eh? Football, bloody hell. That's Alex Ferguson would say. We were playing like it was 1999, eh? All over again. Was I alive then? I don't think I was alive. But now I'm alive, and what am I talking about? I'm just Manchester United. But not also Manchester United. If you're not a Manchester United fan, leave your thoughts on what's going on with the club down below. Like, comment, subscribe while you're over there. Share. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Sorry for the false end, guys. Forgot to talk about the main attraction, the main controversy that's in my thumbnail of the video. Jose Mourinho's iconic picture. It's not really a controversy in my opinion. I've seen a lot of people say without Jose Mourinho, his character, his nuances, the game would be less entertaining. And I, of course, agree. Of course, everything he does is for a reason. He doesn't just do it just to be a prick. Even though sometimes that's the best thing about him. He acts like a prick. He is a prick. He's not a prick, but he likes to play that evil character. Not evil character, like... I'm stumbling over my words. It's just ridiculous. It's just entertaining factor, isn't it? He just makes things... He heatens the attention, you get me? But in this case, it's rightfully justified. A manager is allowed to do that. It's not exactly going to cause a riot, as Graham Souness said. Says the person who put a flag in the middle of a pitch. What's he doing? Liverpool agendas, what can I say? But yeah, in this case, it's rightfully so, because Juve fans were abusing Jose, as many other crowds do these days. They don't agree with his approach, or they just don't like how much success he has. And he has been the subject of controversy previous times before, and that's not going to help his reputation to other fans. Opposition fans, in this case, Juventus fans, not happy with Inter Milan's treble-winning season 2010. And yeah, Jose Mourinho just wanted to give something a little bit back. You know what I mean? It's a show of passion. It's a show of his old self, isn't it? I think that's what we all want to see, the old Jose Mourinho, eh? Well, with that said, it's time to actually end the video now. Thanks guys for watching. Hey.